Since the mistaken opening of negotiations by the last government on the sovereignty of the Chagos Islands, it turns out the British High Commissioner and others appear to have been bugged by the government of Mauritius. If the police investigation into this proves to be true, and we can see that Mauritius, their government at least, are bad actors, in the light of that, is the 99-year-old lease that you've got on Diego Garcia even worth the paper that it's written on?
Well, of course, we note the reports with significant concern, but the Honourable Gentleman would understand that I'm not going to comment on an ongoing police investigation. As I pointed out yesterday, these obviously relate to historical conversations, not during the current round of negotiations, and we're absolutely confident that we've achieved a treaty that meets both our national security objectives, closes off a migration route, but also fundamentally respects the interests of Chagosian people.
Progress Staff.
Thank you. How can the Minister continue defending the ceding of the Chagos Islands to Mauritius when China is rapidly expanding its influence in the Indo-Pacific? Yes. With no binding agreement against Chinese military involvement in the future, has the government recklessly compromised British and Allied security just to appease vested interests?
Well, I completely reject what the Honourable Gentleman suggests, and this idea that somehow Mauritius is in hock to China, or that somehow it opens up a place for China. Let me be absolutely clear. Mauritius is one of only 2 African countries that haven't signed up to the Belt and Road Initiative. There is absolutely no way that we would have signed off a treaty, nor indeed the United States, across the national security apparatus, one that compromised any of our security interests or those of our allies. And let me be clear, the unequivocal support from the United States President, the Secretary of State, to the Defence Secretary and across the establishment makes clear that this is the right deal for our security and that of our allies.